Sean O'Malley disagrees with the rule change suggested by Khabib. Welcome back to the MMA Zone. Let's get into why Sean is not on board with this idea. Recently, Khabib Nurmagomedov caused a stir by suggesting that MMA should no longer have rounds. He said non-championship fights should run for 15 minutes straight and title fights should run for 25 minutes. Many people have pushed back on this idea, and Sean O'Malley is one of them. While speaking on the Overdogs podcast, he shared his thoughts after being asked about Khabib's proposal.
It definitely would be good for his style. You know, you take a down and they get up free. For me, there should be more breaks. Give me a break every time you take him down. Give me 2.5 minutes to recover too.
It should be noted that Nurmagomedov is not the only person to bring up this idea. Joe Rogan has shared the same view many times. The argument is that real fights do not have rounds. What do you think about this proposal? Sean O'Malley responds to the Corey Sandhagen debate. Aside from the rule change topic, Sean was also asked about recent comments from Corey Sandhagen. Corey said that if he wins the bantamweight title, he will call for a fight with Sugar. Sandhagen is set to face the bantamweight champion Merab Dvalishvili on October 4, 2025 at UFC 320.
I was actually trying to fight Corey when the co-main event fell out for that Max and Dustin fight. I threw my name out there to UFC. I was like, yo, I mean, 3 weeks, me versus Corey would be sweet, but it didn't really make sense for the UFC. Corey versus Merab was the next fight to make. But yeah, me versus Corey is a very interesting fight. You know, that's one that's bound to happen down, you know, sooner than later probably.
There is no doubt that on paper a fight between Sandhagen and O'Malley has plenty to offer. Still, Sean is coming off 2 losses to Merab, and it seems likely he will need a few wins before earning another title shot. What do you think? Arman Tsarukyan sends a message to Ilia Topuria. Arman has been calling out Ilia for avoiding him and says Ilia is scared. Now on X, Arman took more shots at him. While mentioning a quote from Islam Makhachev at the UFCPI, Arman wrote, "Islam has a great quote at the UFPI. You will fight anybody, anytime and anywhere. Hey Dana, maybe now is a good time to put a quote in the bathroom for Ilia reminding him not to sit down while pissing. Thanks boss." Ilia has stopped responding to Arman, yet Arman continues to call him out. Many signs point to the UFC booking Ilia Topuria against Paddy Pimblett, since the two have already faced off in the octagon. There is also a small chance Justin Gee could get the fight, since he has hinted at leaving the company. Caio Borralho is picking Khamzat to win at UFC 319. Caio could earn a title shot at UFC Paris, and if that happens, he expects to face a new champion. He is scheduled to fight Nasruddin Imavov on September 6th, and about many consider a title eliminator. Before that card, Dricus du Plessis will try to defend the middleweight title on August 16th against Khamzat Chimaev. Recently, Caio spoke with the Schmo. When asked for his prediction, he said he always bets against DDP, but DDP always proves him wrong. Still, he feels this fight could end fast, like the fight between Khamzat and Whitaker, with a finish in the first or second round. He said 60% of him believes Khamzat will finish the fight quickly. The other 40% thinks Dricus, with his size and strength, can defend takedowns, survive the early rounds, and then take over as the fight goes long. Many fans agree that the longer the fight goes, the more it favors the current champion. Khamzat is the betting favorite, but some people question whether he can put DDP away early. What do you think? Do you see Khamzat sitting on the middleweight throne after UFC 319? Max Holloway believes an Ilia Topuria rematch is essential for his legacy. It is still unknown when and who Max will fight next, but he continues to push for a second fight with Ilia. Since Topuria finished Charles Oliveira in June to win the lightweight title, fans have wondered who he will face in his first defense. El Matador has said he wants Paddy Pimblett. Still, Holloway's win over Dustin Poirier last month has put him back into the conversation, even though Topuria knocked him out last October. In a recent video, Max shared his thoughts on the possibility of a rematch.
When it comes to legacy and everything, with Ilia having fights, I could understand, I could see, we're in the entertainment business, right? But it just comes down to his legacy, you know what I mean? Like, if he wants to continue to build his legacy of what he has, you know, it's like, I'm here right now, you know what I mean? Like, you did what you did once, you know? The greats would do it twice, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the ball's in his court.
Holloway is sidelined with a hand injury, and since he is only one fight removed from his loss to Topuria, it does not look like the rematch will happen next. If Holloway beats another top contender, would you like to see the UFC book Bless against Topuria again? Michael Bisping says Conor McGregor can beat washed Michael Chandler. Conor McGregor has not won a fight in more than 5 years, and many fans question whether he can even commit to a full training camp now. Still, Michael Bisping believes the Notorious One could get back in the win column if he finally steps in the cage with Michael Chandler. For months, McGregor seemed finished with MMA. The former champion kept making headlines for alleged incidents and even said he was focusing on a political run instead of fighting. That changed recently when news broke that the UFC plans to hold an event at the White House grounds next year. McGregor quickly said he wants to fight on that card and he has returned to the UFC testing pool. In a recent video on Michael Bisping's YouTube channel, the former middleweight champion discussed who McGregor might face. Since McGregor was originally scheduled to fight Michael Chandler last summer before pulling out with a broken toe, Bisping commented on the matchup. Here is part of what the Count had to say.
I'd like to see him come back. Him versus Chandler, yes, an interesting fight, 100%. Certainly a fight that I'd favour Conor McGregor to win. I think it'd be a perfect opponent to come back to and face after so much time away, because the version of Michael Chandler that we saw against Paddy Pimblett was washed, okay? He was done. He was over the hill. He looked terrible.
It is true that Chandler was badly outgunned by Paddy Pimblett in April, and most fans agree that Iron Mike's prime is behind him. But McGregor has won only one fight in almost 10 years, and Bisping mentioned this as well. He said that Conor does not need to fight and that he respects him for still wanting to compete because there is no feeling like stepping into the cage. Will he be the same Conor McGregor? Bisping said he doubts it. 2016 was 9 years ago and things move on. It is as simple as that. Who do you think would win if McGregor and Chandler finally meet in the cage? Ben Askren reveals a huge update. Last night, Ben Askren shared another video on social media about his health. He captioned it update number 8 and why too much pride is a big B along with the video.
What's up, guys? I believe this is update number 8. Yeah, I'm still in the hospital. Came on Monday for a checkup. They said something was infected, and now it's kind of been thing after thing after thing. And so, you know, I had the totally Stockdale paradox. And just, I'm gonna be out of here sometime. I just don't know what it is. So I had to just tell myself that, tell myself to be patient, and not get too frustrated. And the topic I want to talk about today, besides that, would be pride, right? And so, man, this has been a really, really humbling experience because, you know, before this, I was pretty much totally self-sufficient, pretty much did everything by myself, took care of myself, didn't ask for help. But man, when you can't, like right away when I couldn't walk and talk, I asked for help, right? And even now, especially when I went home, got to keep asking for help because I can't do much myself at all. So that was kind of humbling and it was good. And then, you know, the way I see pride and ego, they hold so many people back in life. The biggest thing I can relate in wrestling to it is there's certain kids that have too much pride and they're unwilling to admit what their bigger problem is, right? And so if I can tell a kid, hey, this is your problem, and they don't have ego, they'll work to solve that problem. Because they trust me, you know, I have the best interest in mind, and I'm their coach, right? And if they have too much pride, they're always gonna make an excuse for why that big problem isn't really the problem, right? Like if their cardio sucks, they're not tough enough, they're going to sometimes say, oh, I just had a bad day, I'm tired, I didn't sleep well. You know, make excuses like this versus solving the real problem. And that same kind of thing happens in regular life also, is people with too much pride don't want to admit what their bigger problem is. A lot of times they don't want to admit they have a problem at all, but to outside looking in people, it's obvious they have some issues, and if you acknowledge what your problem is, you can solve your problem. But if you're unwilling to acknowledge you have a problem, you literally can't solve it. Can't do it, right? You have to acknowledge the problem before you can solve the problem. And so, this has been pretty humbling for me. And I asked for so much help. And it's made me think about pride and ego and how they really negatively impact. So, that's what I got, guys. I'll keep updating you. Hopefully I get to hear at some point.
Dominic Reyes goes off on Jon Jones for not fighting Tom Aspinall. Jon Jones continues to take heat for refusing to sign a fight with Tom Aspinall. While Bones still has many loyal supporters, it is clear that Dominic Reyes is not one of them. Recently, it seemed like the long-running saga between Jones and Aspinall was finally over when Jones announced his retirement. That news ended months of speculation about whether he would actually agree to face Aspinall, as Jones often teased fans about his future. Jones also brushed off the idea that he needed to fight Aspinall to strengthen his legacy. One man who knows Jones well both inside and outside the cage is Reyes. After his controversial decision loss to Jones in February 2020, he pushed hard for a rematch that never came. So when he appeared on the Pound for Pound podcast recently, Kamaru Usman asked him about all the criticism directed at Jones. Here is some of what he had to say.
He does this thing that he does, and he just strings everyone along and lies and tells this and says that, and then he's like smug about it, and then he's arrogant, and he's not being genuine, man. We just want a genuine answer out of you, bro. Not some bullcrap, string everybody along, tell them, oh, well, maybe this, Are you gonna fight or not? I think that's what everybody's mad about, is just trying to play with all of us, bro. Like, just tell it. If you're done, say you're done. If you're not done, say let's go, but I want more money, or I want this, and that's it. Don't say, well, we'll see, there's a big announcement coming out, and then it's not.
Reyes is not the only person who has shared this opinion. During the interview, Reyes also spoke about the struggles he faced after fighting Jones. He went on to lose 3 more fights in a row before returning to the win column in June 2024. While explaining what went wrong, Reyes said it was him trying to get himself together. He had never lost in MMA before. Some fighters enter the UFC, lose a few or win a few, and then find their rhythm. Reyes was winning straight from the start. So when he lost that decision to John, he tried to make changes he did not need to make. He changed his team and asked himself why he even did that. He also tried to change his style to sit in the pocket and trade punches because he felt he needed more power. He kept trying to figure out why he lost that fight by stoppage. What do you think about his comments on Jon Jones and about what went wrong after his highly debated loss to Bones? Neil Magny receives a black belt during his birthday. Last night, Neil Magny scored a TKO win over Eli Zaleski dos Santos during the UFC Fight Night card. It also happened to be his birthday. As he enjoyed his birthday cake at the post-fight presser, his coach surprised him with a black belt.
Whoa. Congrats, man.
Later, when asked about his reaction on everything, this is what he had to say.
How does that feel right there?
Man, it feels great. I mean, anytime you get any kind of token of appreciation for hard work, I mean, it always feels good to get that reward.
Huge congratulations to Neil Magny.
Later, when he was asked about his reaction to everything, this is what he had to say.
Brother, they promised us. Be quiet, please. I think the manager. He upset because I give information. But this is his deal with UFC. I don't deal with UFC. This is his problem. But we have deal with them. He's gonna fight in Madison Square Garden, and they say.
Huge congratulations to Neil Magny for earning his black belt. Amanda Nunes sends a warning to Kayla Harrison. Amanda Nunes has been out of action for 2 years and will first need to get past one of the most decorated athletes in combat sports. Still, the Lioness is very confident she will reclaim the UFC bantamweight title. After Harrison won the bantamweight crown in June by submitting Juliana Pena, Nunes appeared and announced she was coming out of retirement to face the new champion. More recently, MMA Fighting spoke with Nunes. When asked what is next for her, she said the next thing is in new. She said fans will hear in new again and that she is confident she will get her belt back. She added that she will speak with Dana and Hunter soon because she is healthy, she is training, and she is ready to go. Time will tell if this fight happens later this year. If it does, who do you think wins? Khabib leaks Islam Makhachev vs JDM fight date. Yesterday, Khabib held an event in New York City. During the event, fans were allowed to ask him questions. In the Q&A, he appeared to reveal that Islam Makhachev vs Jack Della Maddalena will take place in November at Madison Square Garden for UFC 322 because according to him, the promotion promised them an event at MSG. Here is what he said.